Does the India vs Pakistan Netflix documentary live up to the hype? It's kind of mid. Welcome back to the Night Cricketer, guys, and we're here for a review of the Netflix documentary of the India vs Pakistan Greatest Rivalry. That is a 3-part series on Netflix. Definitely check it out if you guys need to see it. But I have checked it out, and I'll give you a brief sort of overview of what it covers, and then my review. So this documentary it covers the promo said it was going to cover all of the history of India versus Pakistan, and I did not like this. Now I'll tell you why. So the way that, let's start with the structure of this documentary and how it goes. So like I've said, it goes through all the different ages. Yes, it goes through the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. But the problem with this documentary is that it sort of brushes over a lot. The World Cup games, I feel there's only one I think that's ever mentioned of the World Cup games between India and Pakistan, which are some of the best games in the history of the sport, even of the rivalry as well. A lot of this documentary is focused around the India vs Pakistan 2004 friendship tour, where India went to Pakistan, in amongst a lot of controversy, a lot of fear, I guess, at the time politically, what was going on. And the main focus seems to be that series, and it's 70% of the documentary. It lies within that time period, and this is why I feel it is a bit like misleading, I guess, in some ways. And it's the early part of the documentary, it sets up what the rivalry is, and how it started, and how Indian cricket started and got to fame, and then how Pakistan cricket rose up, and it shows us like that sort of going up, but then at the end it just devolves into this, and this might be because they couldn't get all the interviews that they wanted to, but it is mainly the interviews surrounded around Virender Sehwag and Shoaib Akhtar. Sehwag and Akhtar make a big chunk of these interviews, and sometimes it doesn't feel like an India vs Pakistan documentary. It feels like you're watching a documentary about Sehwag versus Shoaib Akhtar. And I don't know, I felt like, I don't know if it was the direction or the editing or something went wrong, because there were definitely other people interviewed. There was Inzamam Ul-Haq, there was Waqar Younis, there was, Sunil Gavaskar. There were other cricketers that were interviewed for this, but the focus seems to just be on Shoaib Akhtar and his experiences, and Virender Sehwag and his experiences. And I feel like this was made, with not the greatest, I guess, people behind the camera and editing this, because it didn't tell the story. I didn't feel like, this went through all the different ages of the rivalry that is India vs Pakistan. It definitely touched upon, all the stuff that happens off the field, the political elements, and how that has affected India vs Pakistan cricket throughout the ages. But I mean, to not mention, especially recent history, to not mention at all the Kohli innings, which is one of the greatest innings I think I've ever seen from Virat Kohli, and I've ever seen in a cricket match. And for that to not even get a mention, again, as I said, the World Cup games I was shocked when, that 2003 World Cup game I have fond memories of, and it's just, again, not mentioned. The 2011 World Cup game is not mentioned. And it's just, the only one that is mentioned is the one where Pakistan did win against India in the 2022 or 21 World Cup. It's just, to not mention the World Cup games, I felt was a big missed opportunity from this documentary. I felt like there were some missing plays as well. There was no Wasim Akram, no Sachin Tendulkar. They couldn't get those interviews, and I felt that took away from it a little bit. They didn't get the big guys in. Even Irfan Pathan, Irfan Pathan works in media now. I just don't know why we couldn't get his interview. He's pretty, pretty crucial to the rivalry as well. So there was just a lot of moments that were just not really talked much about, or not at all, and some glossed over. So I don't feel like it captures the whole breadth of the rivalry that is India vs Pakistan. And unfortunately, that's why I'm going to give this documentary a 5 out of 10. There was some moments here and there, nice little things about what Shoaib Akhtar was feeling and what Virender Sehwag was feeling. But at the end of the day, this is not a Virender Sehwag and Shoaib Akhtar documentary. This is India vs Pakistan, and it needed to be better. And unfortunately, it didn't live up to the hype for me. And I'm just hoping that this is hopefully something where there's more episodes. At the moment, it's a 5 out of 10 for me. But if there is more, then we'll definitely review them too. But yeah, it's a disappointment, guys.